Welcome to Titus Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is November 26, 2022. This is our second video I will be making. Well, it's my second video I will be making for tomorrow morning on Saturday. If you guys are going to be watching this, it will be on Saturday morning. We already made the AEW Rampage, so we don't have to do it on this video. It's kind of weird because now we're just doing SmackDown. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we found out who is going to be the 5th member of Team Bianca Belair at War Games. And ladies and gentlemen, Damage Control demanded Bianca Belair to come out and tell them who is it. I got the yawns, that's who it is. It is going to be no other than the returning of the man, Big Time Becky Lynch. Coming out, and then the big brawl happened with all 5 ladies, and now we got our War Games match. I wasn't really excited for this one. I don't know why. Becky is one of the top ladies in WWE. And she finally makes a return. I believe it's been 4 months. I think that's what she said, 4 months. But I was hoping that somebody returns. Not somebody that got injured or somebody that's already in the WWE. I was hoping Chelsea Green. But no, nobody like that. Only Becky Lynch. Congrats for Becky coming back, but how many times she has to make a return? I had to be so excited for both of them. She made a return before, and then and now she's doing it again. I can't get excited every single time she makes a return. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. It wasn't gone. She wasn't gone for long. It was 4 months. Wasn't gone for so long, so I wasn't really missing her right away. It's only been 4 months. I miss Cody Rhodes. The guy been gone for months. Longer than Miss Becky Lynch has been gone for. Okay? She only missed like 2 pay-per-views. Extreme Rules and Crown Jewel. Cody Rhodes is missing every single pay-per-view. Sir, for the first match of the evening, we have the semifinals of the World Cup. Why am I yawning so much? We have Butch versus Santos. Pretty decent match, but the winner of that match was Santos after the distraction on top of the Titantron. We see, I don't know who I'm seeing. We saw Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens getting attacked by the Bloodline, and then the Brawl and the Brutes. The rest of the guys, Sheamus and Rich Holland, running in the backstage, trying to help them. But a little distraction, but the winner of that match was Santos, and we'll be heading to the finals. Then we had the Viking Raiders with Sarah Logan. She has a new name that I don't remember the name. Valhalla? Something like that. I think it's some Viking name. Okay. We'll be facing Hit Row in a tag team match, and ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. They got some defense on it, but ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was the Viking Raiders. Then we had Ricochet versus Braun Strowman for the semifinals, the last semifinals, to versus Santos in the finals. It will be the United States versus Mexico. Well, technically, both guys are part of the United States, so it didn't really matter. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the distraction of the Imperium, Braun Strowman loses with a crucifix from Mr. Ricochet, and Ricochet wins the match. But Imperium wasn't done right there, so they did like a dog pile onto Mr. They did a attack on Mr. Braun Strowman, and Ricochet was on top of the stage. He does not know what to do. Do I save him or do I leave? Save him, leave. Save him, leave. And he goes and he saves him. Well, it didn't really work out because he got a 3-on-1 beat down until Braun Strowman got back up and started swatting everybody of the Imperium away. And then, ladies and gentlemen, he looked at Ricochet, look at the fans, and then he finally shook his hand. Well, he helped him up, almost flung him out. Braun, you're so strong. You don't have to, when you pick up somebody, you don't go, wee! Ricochet is not that happy. He does the flippy flippies, but he doesn't want to go flying when somebody wants to help him up. Next we got Ronda Rousey versus and Shayna Baszler, supposed to face Raquel Rodriguez and Chauncey in a tag team match, but Ronda and Shayna attacked Chauncey and Raquel in backstage, but they want to get rid of Raquel, so they had to try and break the arm of Raquel Rodriguez. So they thought the match is over until Chauncey comes out and she wants to still do this match in a 2-on-1 handicap. But ladies and gentlemen, Chauncey was getting more beat up and all that stuff. Raquel came out. I thought it would be Chelsea Green again. But Raquel came out and she fought with her arm. Didn't work out, but ladies and gentlemen, Ronda did more pain on that arm by jiggling it around and hurting the elbow. I heard my arm snap there. Ow. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. What is going to happen at Survivor Series War Games when Chauncey has a match with Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler is still in the corner of Ronda Rousey? She's not injured, but Raquel is. Then we had a tag team advantage. Well, ladies and gentlemen, can the Bloodline trust Sami Zayn? Because when Sami went to the Bloodline's locker room, he had a talk with Kevin Owens. And he said Kevin Owens told Sami, you know, when you piss off Roman Reigns by doing something wrong or saying something wrong, he's going to betray you anytime. The Bloodline will betray you. He says, if I was you, I wouldn't let them do it first. I will do the first strike. Sami was thinking about it, but Jey Uso was behind the door. He opened it a little bit, and he heard what Kevin Owens has to say. And when he confronted Sami, he asked Sami, before you were coming in here, because he said he was late, since you came in here, did you talk to anyone? And Sami said no. Sami lied to him. So we had Sheamus and Drew McIntyre versus the Usos. Pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. Not bad. But ladies and gentlemen, a lot of chaos happening. Freaking Jey Uso yelling at Sami. Sami trying to help. Didn't work out. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end, when Jey was hurt, Sami was about to use the belt, the SmackDown Tag Team belt. He was going to run into the ring and give the tag titles to Jey Uso until he got stopped by Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens says, what are you doing? He wants to help the Bloodline. And Kevin Owens grabs the tag titles, says, I'm not going to let you do that. And then he says you have to grow some cojones and betray them first. And then Sami just grabs the championship and shoves Kevin Owens. He runs in the ring. The referee caught him, and the referee kicked him out. And then when the referee was distracted, Kevin Owens did a stunner onto Jey Uso. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. They have the advantage into the War Games match this Saturday night at Survivor Series War Games. It's going to be an interesting show. We will find out. But there's only 5 matches in Survivor Series. If there's going to be there is a pre-show, but there's no pre-show match. Are they done with those things? I think they are. Because the last couple of pay-per-views, there was no pre-show matches. So, I guess there's no pre-show matches that will be happening here. I don't think they need a pre-show match because the 2 War Games matches is going to be like an hour long. It's going to be a long match. Because we still have to wait until all 10 people get into the cage to start the match. So it doesn't matter when one person of each team comes in the ring. The match doesn't start until everybody comes in. So every couple of minutes when somebody comes in the ring, the match doesn't start until the last guy or woman come in the ring, and then they will ring that bell. Then they could do the pinning, and the referee could go in the ring and start the match. So technically, the first two guys starts this match doesn't mean the match starts. So it will be like an hour, and even when the match starts, it's going to take a long time because there's going to be hot spots after hot spots after hot spots. So that's going to happen there. Even with the women's. That's why they might start off the women's match for the first match, and then the main event will be the men's. That's what they need to do. That's what they did with the Royal Rumble as well. There's going to be a long matches because it's war games, and there's a bunch of people, and there's going to be hot spots after hot spots, and even when there's, I forgot how many minutes, I think they say like 2, something like that. Every 2 minutes somebody comes in the ring. Oh, their little shark cages into the big cage to have the match. So, yeah. I understand why they didn't put an extra match in there. Thank God they did it, because there's not going to be no point of it. WWE is not like AEW. They're not going to keep their show going for 4 hours. They don't need 13 matches. They do that on WrestleMania, but now they cut it in half. That's why they do 2 days now. One on Saturday and one on Sunday. I'm happy for that. They cut it in half. AEW doesn't cut it in half. They do like 13 matches or 14 matches, and they expect you to watch all these matches for 4 hours. And none of these matches are short. They're so long. Not an hour long, but they put time limits, but it doesn't really matter. Because it doesn't feel like there's a time limit. It feels like way longer than 20-minute time limit. Oh boy. But ladies and gentlemen, WWE and Impact Wrestling, the same thing. They don't want to put their matches so long. That's why Impact Wrestling doesn't do it. That's why I'm happy with WWE, because I know it's going to be a 3-hour show. I know when it's going to end. I know when I need to take my dog out. And when I'm going to be doing this video. I'm going to be doing it late, but not like at 1 o'clock in the morning. Because that's what almost happened on AEW Full Gear. I filmed it, and I had to do 14 matches for you guys. And that could last me for 1 o'clock in the morning. Because if there's a big hot spot, I want to tell you guys about it. But I still have like 10 more matches to do. 10 more matches. It doesn't matter they have pre-show matches. They still have more matches. Oh, man. AEW needs to learn how to do their time. I understand you're on live pay-per-view. You don't have a network. You don't have that. You're on a live pay-per-view. You're on Fight Network. But you don't have to be 4 hours, because Impact Wrestling is the same thing. They're on live pay-per-view. When they do Bound for Glory, Slammiversary, Hard to Kill, their top big ones, they're on live pay-per-view. They're on Fight Network. But they're not 4 hours. They're not 4 hours. They're not going to take forever. This is why I want Survivor Series, because it's not going to. I know it's going to end at 11 o'clock at night. Maybe sometimes it will end at 11:30, but that's it. Not 12 o'clock. It's not going to end at 12 o'clock. I know that for sure. Because this is going to be a longer match. War Games, maybe it won't be at 11 o'clock. But it won't be at 12 o'clock. I know that. Thank God. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Survivor Series. I will be uploading that video Saturday night, the exact day of Saturday night, because that's what I do with pay-per-views. I do it on the exact day. So that's what we're going to be doing for Survivor Series War Games. That's all for me today. Tell us out. Bye.